Jane Goodfellow, Principal Lecturer, North Metropolitan TAFE, WA, discusses her approach to the development of material and resources using a UDL lens. What key considerations did you make?
So there are two key considerations that I would make when developing materials and resources to be universally designed. The first one is about reducing effort that the students need to make to access my teaching. So what I mean by that is physical effort, getting into the classroom even, emotional effort, their social effort, and of course the cognitive effort. And the other key consideration that I make is thinking about the multiple ways that student can link to the learning, multiple ways that they can access the learning, and multiple ways to present what they know back to me.
What have been the most significant challenges and how did you address them?
There are a few challenges that I've experienced in developing universally designed materials and resources. So one of those challenges is adjusting my session plans, which I may have used over a number of semesters. But I have a mental checklist where I go through the session plan and ask myself, can everyone in my class access this? And then I make the changes from there. One of the other challenges is having everything online before the class, because in our line of business, we often hand out the information after the class. So it's just about time management and making sure that I have everything available. I think there is an irrational fear that students won't turn up if you give them everything up front, but I have learned over the last few years of using Universal Design for Learning that it actually works better for the students, that they come with that prior knowledge and they're more engaged from the start.
What advice would you give others who are thinking about redesigning their course using a UDL approach?
The advice that I would give others thinking about redeveloping their materials and resources to be more universally designed is to let you know that UDL creates a more positive learning environment for everyone. So when the students come to your workshop, they know that they have access. They know they don't have to work so hard to access the learning. So imagine going to the movies, but the sound is so low that you can barely hear it. It's not an enjoyable experience because you're working really hard to try and access that movie. But in the movie theatre next door, the sound is perfect. It's pitched nice and loud so that you don't have to put in that effort. You look forward to going because you know it's going to be a pleasant experience. So that's the advice. It's about creating that positive learning environment.
What difference has it made for you as an educator?
The difference that Universal Design for Learning has made for me as an educator is less time catering to individual needs. So when I use UDL and I use universally designed materials and resources, all of my students' needs are accommodated.
What impact has it had on your learners?
The impact that Universal Design for Learning has had on my learners is the effort that they have to make is focused on the actual learning and not on trying to access the learning. That is key.
What tools and technologies do you use?
I use a number of tools and technologies to assist me in ensuring that I'm developing universally designed materials and resources. My all-time favourite would be Flipgrid because of its versatility and range of accessibility features. It has an immersive reader. It includes closed captions that can be changed and edited. And the best one is it provides a video transcript for the students that they can download into a PDF. I've also used infographics for chunking information. So Pick2Chart is a really good website that you can access. Crash Course on YouTube, fantastic little crash videos that give students that prior knowledge before they come to class. Loving Ziplet for getting feedback for students. They can use it on their phone, they can do it after class, which is really quite effective. It can also be anonymous. and really enjoy building gamification into my classes. So lots of fun, but also accessibility.
This video was produced for the Universal Design for Learning in Tertiary Education e-learning resource. For more information, visit www.disabilityawareness.com.au.